What it do, everybody? Welcome back to the Cash It Zone. The wait was not too long because we are on back-to-back number events. And for this one, we got an absolute banger for you guys. It is UFC 325 going down Saturday, January 31st. Prelims start at 5 p.m. Eastern, and the main card starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. We got an absolute banger. We got 14 fights in this one, so I'm expecting a lot of finishes in the main event in the featherweight division. We got the champion Alexander Volkanovski going against ranked 2 Diego Lopes in the rematch. And the co-main event, we got in the lightweight division. We got ranked 6 Dan Hooker going against ranked 8 Benoit Saint Denis. That one's going to be a banger. And as well, too, on this card, we have 4 Road to the UFC fights. So that one will be a little tough to predict because there's a lot of prospects on that one. But I think me and my co-host will handle it very well. I can't do this without him. Let's all give a big hand for that boy, D. Will.
My brother, what's good, bro?
What it do,
Glad to
bro?
be back with you, man. We got back-to-back numbered events, like you said. Yo, your predictions last week went crazy with sniping the underdogs, you know what I mean? Overall, prediction-wise, we snapped. I
Yeah.
lost a little bit over a unit on my bets. You know, Atiba Gautier going the distance, Charles Johnson getting knocked out, a couple unexpected outcomes, but it's all good. We get it back, man. Glad we got a back-to-back event, man. Let's get into it, my brother.
Yeah, bro. I was looking so good at the beginning,
Yeah,
and
you was
then,
snapping.
bro, the only one I really wanted to come through was Pimblet. That Pimblet loss was just gut wrenching. That tore my heart out because I put a lot of bread on that money line, so I was pretty tight about that one.
Yeah, facts, man. And for the people too, that saw the video, Drop Zone did. He switched over on the Josh Hockett pick, so he did switch off of Denzel Freeman, which ended up being a good move because Denzel Freeman looked like absolute shit. But
Yeah, thank
yeah, like
God.
I said, prediction wise, on point for the most part. So let's keep it going, bro.
Yes, no, exactly. Yes. To give you guys a heads up, make sure that you guys are following our social medias because in our
Yeah,
social medias, that's where you get our official predictions. Because of course, when we do the YouTube, we're pretty confident the picks we give out already. But as well, sometimes there might be a switch here and there. Most of the time, we keep it the same as the YouTube video, but here and there, we'll get one more switch. But it is what it is. UFC 325. I'm expecting to have a good one for this one. We're gonna kill it for this one. Let's get it, boy.
let's
All
go, bro.
all right, let's get right into it. Into the first fight in the road to the UFC, we got Aaron Tao going against. Good lord, I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing this one.
You want me to
Nam,
handle this?
you go ahead and say it, brother.
Namsarai Batbayar.
Thank you, bro. I could see when it comes to pronouncing names, I need you for sure.
Yeah,
So
some of
again,
these names are wild on this one.
all right, let's get it. All right, in this first matchup and the first fight of the road to the UFC, I'm gonna get right into it, bro, because like I said, these fights are gonna be very tough to predict. All prospects, so it's kind of hard to get research and as well tape on them. So I'm gonna get right into it. With this pick, I'm gonna go Aaron Tao. I saw him in the Dana White Contender Series. Even though he did lose that fight, he did show great durability and endurance. He loves to be in a scrap, and I personally think Batbayar throws too much caution to the wind. He does have a lot of finishes under his in his career, but when you're that much of a crazy fighter and looking for finishes, sometimes you could leave yourself in some problems and leave yourself wide open. So for this one, give me Tao money line plus 100 and by decision at plus 350. What you got, my bro?
Let's go. Yeah, not mad at you at all for taking Tao. He's a dog. Like he kind of reminds me of like Michael Chandler, bro. Like he comes forward, he swings, and dude, this guy can take some punishment. Like it's gonna be hard to knock this dude out. And this guy went three
Exactly.
rounds with Elijah Smith, and we see how good Elijah Smith's looks. So that's actually pretty impressive. I do like the style of Batbayar as well. I think actually in this fight, eventually it's gonna get to the ground, and I think Batbayar is going to end up on top when Tao tries to counter wrestle and loses position. And I think Batbayar can lock up a sub. Not a high confidence call for me, but as a prediction, I'm going to go Batbayar by sub at plus 430. Not mad
No,
at all about the Aaron Tao pick, though. I could see him pulling it off too. He's a dog.
yeah, no, I'm not mad at it either. I personally won't be betting like that on these first 4 fights. I might skip into it. Going to look more into betting on the main card just to get some for sure wins. So, be careful when betting these roads to the UFC fighters because it's going to be tough. All
For sure.
right. In our next one, we got. Go ahead and take it away with the names again, bro.
Sulangrangbo, baby.
Going against Lawrence Louis.
Lawrence Louis.
Louis. Okay, so all right, bet. All right, yeah. In this road to the UFC finalist bout, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say Sulan. I'm gonna go with Sulan. Not the best record, but he is an impressive prospect who is only 20 years old, and and for his for the bantamweight division, he's pretty tall, and he has a great KO power. Currently on a 9-fight win streak. His opponent is Lars Louis, another great prospect with great KO power as well. He is currently on a 4-fight win streak, but honestly, I have to give it to Szalay here. He's gonna, even though this is gonna be Solange's toughest test, I do believe he will get the finish in this one. I wish I could have done a little bit more research on this one, but it was hard to get tape study on this one. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with my gut feel on this one. Give me Szalay money line at minus 260, and I believe he finds the KO at plus 140. What you got, my bro?
Let's go, bro. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm on the same side as you. I like Sulangrangbo here. I like him by knockout as well. I got it at plus 165 on FanDuel. But I seen this guy Lawrence Louis get dropped, if I'm not mistaken, twice before, and Sulangrangbo usually knocks people down. I think he is gonna end up finding the kill shot eventually. Lawrence Louis is not bad at all, but I do like Sulangrangbo as a young prospect. I think he comes out here, handles business, gets a knockout. So I'm with you on that one.
Let's go. Let's go. I always love when we're on the same pick, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah, facts.
All right, on to our next one. Take it away again, bro. I am not even going to attempt
Yeah,
this.
these ones. Yeah, sorry, I'm just on my laptop here. That's why I'm looking like this. But it's Sebastian Szalay versus I think this is Keiichiro Nakamura. Yeah, good luck with those.
I honestly think you're getting these names perfectly right, so I'm not
I
doubting
think for
you
the
at
most
all.
part I am. That one,
Yeah,
that's the first time I really had to like look in and be like, all right, hold on, I don't have these two like by heart
yeah.
memorized.
No, facts, facts. All right, in this road to the UFC bout, we got a veteran going against a prospect. How you say his name again? Sazlay?
Yeah, Cesali, I think.
Cesale has been a veteran, is the one that's going to be the veteran in this fight. He's been in the game for about since 2019. Szalay has got most of his wins by decision, so he knows how to wear down his opponent. But in this fight, I'm going to go with the prospect. I'm going to go with the underdog, Nakamura. Nakamura is as well on a 7-fight win streak with 6 out of 7 of those fights winning by finish. I believe he is the more dynamic fighter in this situation. So honestly, give me Nakamura at money line plus 120. But I do think since Szalay is a decision machine, I think he'll be able to stand. I think he'll be able to stay in the paint with him. So I'm gonna take Nakamura. I'm gonna take a shot at this one. Nakamura money line plus 120, and by decision at plus 500.
Word. Yeah, I'm not mad at the shot on the dog here. I'm gonna take Sebastian in this one. I just like I think his defensive striking is really good. Like this guy doesn't get hit too much, and that's kind of Nakamura's game. So I think as long as he can stay safe from that big shot, I think he can use his slight edge and experience here and kind of edge out a decision like he usually does. Pretty technical striker as well. Like I said, and like you said as well, he's gonna have to watch out for the big shots from Nakamura. He could put him out, but I'm gonna ride with Sebastian in this one. I'll take him at decision at plus 240 as well.
Let's
Not a
go.
high confidence call by any means.
Yeah, no, I already know. You're staying away from these, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%, bro. You know me.
All
I ain't touching these fights. Still got to
right.
give a breakdown though for the people though.
No, of course, of course, of course. We do the research. The people that watch us just chill, take our picks, and win some money. That's the
Let's
goal.
go.
All right, on to the next
Last one.
one. We got, I'm going to try to pronounce this one. We got Sangwook Kim versus Donmar Fan. I think I got that
Yeah,
right.
just call Sangung Uk Kim the Frogman. That's his nickname. Just call him
Oh,
the
the
Frog.
Frog Man. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right, this is our last road to the UFC finalist fight. We got two wrestlers and grapplers going at it. But in
Yes.
this one, I give the edge to Don Mar Fan. Me, Fan is currently on a 4-fight win streak, and his only losses have only came to Quillian Salkilld. His only losses. So I gotta give it to the fact that, like, hey, if you're losing against one of the top prospects coming out of 2025, hey, it is what it is. But you're still beating other opponents. You know, not mad at that at all. Because Salkilld is a beast. I mean, he's literally one of the best prospects coming out of 2025. I think Kim might be the stronger and more experienced fighter, but I believe the pace and the pressure by Don Marfan will be too much for him, and is going to give. And honestly, I think he's honestly the better wrestler here. Shoot, I think Don Marfan. I'm going to take Don Marfan at minus 150, and I think he gets the submission too. He does have a lot of submissions under his in his career with wins with those. So I'm gonna take a sub at plus 450. What you got, my bro?
Bet. Let's go. I'm gonna rock with the Frogman in this one. I'm gonna take the dog
Ooh,
at plus 122. I don't have this written down, but I think Don Marfan is 4-0 to the decision, and Frogman is 4-3 to the decision. So, and I think he's 9-0 to the finish. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm right for the most part, though. But anyways, so I think if you want to play this fight, I know you're taking the sub. I think it's Don Marfan by decision or the Frogman. I think he can maybe lock in a sub himself. So we like both opposite guys by submission. I do like Frogman to get it done. Wouldn't be surprised if Don Marfan just out wrestles him to a decision, but I'll take the underdog here plus 122 by submission as well plus 600. So we're on opposite sides, but we both like the sub.
let's go, let's go, man. Hey, honestly, when it comes to these first four fights, it can go either way, so I'm not mad at all. I already knew our picks were gonna end up being a little different, but we'll see. I think going
I'm
forward now,
sure there
yeah.
are going to be some dogs that cash though in the first four fights for sure
Oh,
because
for
the lines
sure.
are pretty close for the most part.
For sure. A lot of lines on this fight are pretty close, so we'll get
Facts.
some good juice odds. All right, on to the next one. The last fight of the early prelims. We got Khan Ofli going against Yizha.
Let's go.
Um, this fight was honestly one of my toughest to predict. Both have lost their first two fights in the UFC, and both are coming off their first win in the UFC. So this one was pretty tough for me. Um, you know, I think Konofsky is one of the better prospects coming out of the Ultimate Fighter, and you got Yizha, who is one of the Road to UFC winners. So it's hard to make a prediction this one. Both are solid wrestlers, but if I had to predict who's going to bring more to the table, it's going to be Yizha, just because of the fact that he throws a lot of volume. And I think if Ofli can't get the wrestling going, he's going to see a world of trouble when it comes to standing on the feet, especially if he cannot get this fight on the ground. So yeah, give me Yizha money line at minus 210, and I'm going to take his decision at plus 130. What you got, my bro?
Let's go. I was hoping you were gonna say Yiza. Not that like this should be like a super big fight to target betting wise as well, but I'm a Khan Awfully like not really hater, but I look to fade him. I didn't bet him in his last fight against Ricardo Ramos, but I did call that there would be a finish, and there was one. Khan Awfully got the submission, but I think Khan Awfully's gonna have trouble getting the wrestling going here. And I don't think he's gonna sub a guy like Yiza, who I think is like 14-1 to the submission. So, and on the feet, I think Yeeza's got him covered. But ultimately, I do think that this fight does come down to who is able to get the takedowns, and I just think it's going to be Yeeza. And then on the feet, like I said, I'll give the advantage to Yeeza as well. I do agree with you. I think the fight goes long, so I'm going to take Yeeza by decision plus 130. We're on the same page here.
All right, we are out of the early prelims, and now we are going into the prelims. In this fight, we got Jonathan Micallef going against Oban Elliot. This fight has potential to be fight of the night. I think it's an absolute banger. Interesting matchup as well too. Micallef is looking for that prospect win, while Elliot is looking back to get back into the win column. This was also another tough fight to predict. I am leaning Micallef here, due to his size and speed. Micallef, has even though Oban Elliott does have the experience and as well always a dog in a fight, I just think when it comes to that reach advantage and as well the speed, I think it's going to be too much for Oban Elliott. I think he's going to see the same problems that he did against Ko. I think it's going to be another frustrating loss for him. So honestly, tough fight to predict, but give me Micallef money line. Give me Micallef money line just like that, since it's low lines.
Bet. Yeah, this is kind of a tricky one. I'm on the same side as you. I'm on Jonathan Micallef as well. I think it depends how Oban Elliott comes into this fight, what game plan he has, because I think if he stays at range, which I kind of think he's going to do for the most part, I think he's going to be a little cautious early. And I think that's going to play into his downfall here because, like you said, Micallef has the range and the size. And we saw what he did to Kevin Jusey, who's not that
Exactly.
good. But he was able to just really pick him apart from the outside. And his leg kicks coming out of that, I believe he's southpaw, are going to be effective here, and he throws leg kicks and they hit like a truck. So if Oban Elliott comes in, makes it a dogfight, and lands big power shots, I mean, he could definitely win this fight. But I'm going to leave Micallef as well. I like him by decision at plus 195. Let's go.
All right, sounds good. All right, on to the next one. We got Jacob Malkoun going against Torres Finney. All right, get ready, guys, because we are due for a snooze fest because we got Torres Finney up to the plate.
Let's go.
I am honestly not really a huge fan of him since his only path to victory is that wrestling and just smothering his opponent. I don't think he has a lot to. I don't think he brings a lot to the table. Just a very, very boring fighter. I understand that he's 11-0, but honestly, I'm just not a fan of him. I think he got lucky with Dana White giving him another chance at Dana White Contender Series. I know he had some decent wins in there, but when you see how he plays out, it's just I don't know. I'm just not a fan at all. And I see a lot of people taking his underdog money, which honestly makes no sense to me. I think honestly Torres Finney should be the favorite in this fight. It makes no sense. When it comes to skill wise, I think for sure he does have the edge over Malkoun. So for me, this personally looks like a line trap. So I'm going to take, so just for those reasons, I'm going to take Malkoun to deteriorate his wrestling and as well outland him throughout the rounds. So give me Malkoun money line at minus 145 and by decision plus 150. What you got, my bro?
Bet. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm gonna rock with Torres Finney in this one as a prediction. Yeah, for all the reasons you just said, man, he's so boring to watch, but he's probably gonna just lay on top of Malkoun for 3 rounds. Malkoun's coming off of back surgery, so I'm not sure how he's gonna look. We saw Finney in the Contender Series at least get a win against a good prospect in Cam Rowston, who we're gonna talk about in the next fight. He was able to kind of negate the striking with just overwhelming him with the grappling, but yeah, super boring style. Honestly, dude, he does have a good overhand right too, so like we could see the wrestling negate here maybe, and maybe Finney lands a crazy overhand right, but we can't trust that out of Finney, man. So I'm gonna rock with Finney probably by decision, boring ass 3 round fight. So that's I'm gonna go with the dog in this one.
All right. No, I'm not mad at it, bro. I'm not mad at it. All right. On to the next one. We got Cam Rowston going against Cody Brundage.
Oh yeah,
This is another fighter I can't stand, and I will
facts.
forever hate him. I'm just not a Brett Brundage fan. Like, screw him. He sucks. Three out of his last 7 fights have ended by foul, and 1 or 2 of those, I think he was honestly trying to find the win by getting his fighter disqualified. He always tries to find a way to favor the win, so I'm just not a fan of him for those reasons. But in this matchup, that will not happen. He will. My boy Rowston is going to take him out, just like how Finney's going to get taken out in his fight. Brundage is going to get taken out in his fight. Give me Rowston. He is a great, well around fighter. With 5 KOs, 7 by sub, and 7 first round finishes, and he's currently on a 5-fight win streak. Brundage is not destroying that win streak. It's going to go 6 after this one. I think Brundage is going to rely too much on the wrestling, and this situation, I think he's going to get reversed. And I think Rowston will find the path to victory by sub at plus 220. So give me Rowston money line minus 350 and by sub plus 220.
Bet. Yeah, we ain't taking Cody Brundage here, man. Give me Cam Rowston. Cody Brundage loves losing by first round knockout when he's not getting a DQ win. So I just think Cam Rowston's going to end up touching the chin. The sub's not a bad look either. That's kind of a sneaky play, but yeah, man, don't really need to break it down too much. It's a Cody Brundage fight. Cam Rowston can strike. He has power. I think he puts Cody Brundage out within 2 rounds.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm glad that we're on the same pick on that one because I know Brundage is your favorite
Oh,
fighter.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Fuck out of here.
All right.
Your favorite fighter. Go ahead next. Next
All
fight.
right. All right. Our last fight of the prelims. We got Junior Tafa
Hey.
going against Billy Elekana. This one should be a no-brainer. Out of the Tafa brothers, Junior Tafa is the more athletic and faster sibling, but that doesn't make an impact when you're 2-4 in the UFC. And when you're going against an opponent who has looked amazing in his last 2 fights, he's either going to out wrestle you or he's going to be patient and sometimes find some good clean blows to you to get those significant strikes in. Tafa's cardio is going to be a huge problem in this fight since he does tire out as the rounds go on. If he doesn't find the KO, he will most likely lose. This line is very weird to me. I honestly thought Billy Elekana should have been at least a minus 300, minus 350. I think that line's very low, even at minus 250. I think when it comes to the experience and as well like who's like more of the dynamic fighter, I think it all goes to Elekana. So I'm gonna take Elekana round three or decision at plus 220. I think Junior Tafa is gonna last it out a little bit. But just in case, I'm gonna take a hedge bet for just because Elekana has been finished before. I'm gonna take Tafa by KO at plus 275 as a hedge bet. What you got, my bro?
All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm on Elekana here. I was kind of interested that you had round three decision, because yeah, Junior Tafa, like you said, he only really has like a round and a half of cardio,
Yeah.
and like he just doesn't do anything after that. It's knockout or bust with this guy. Elikana has actually been impressing the shit out of me lately.
Mm-hmm.
And he even looked good in his short notice fight in the first round against Bogdan Guskov. He had his back the whole first round. He just gassed out because of short notice. So yeah, clear path to victory for Elikana. Just take him down and submit him. He has the skills to do it. Tafa's ground game is literally equivalent of a fucking Magikarp. It's awful. So Elikana rounds one or two sub. I love that. I don't think this fight reaches round three, and I think Elikana finds a finish. So pretty high confidence in Elikana. Just avoid the power shot, and you're good to go.
All right, yo, I'm not mad at that. I just think honestly, lines wise, odds wise, this is a very weird fight. And just something screams danger in this one. It should be a no-brainer. It should be easy money, but when
Hopefully,
you know my theories when it comes to these odds and bay lines, something's just screaming danger in this one. But
I feel
I could
that.
be wrong, and it could be a no-brainer, and we're here, and I'm here overthinking the hell out of it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? All right, we are done with the prelims, and now we are on to the main card of UFC 325. Let's get it. In this one, we got Quillian Salkilld going against James Mullarkey. All right. Salkilld is the absolute truth. He is for sure one of the best prospects coming out 2025. But we're going Mullarkey. No, I'm just joking.
Shit.
He just came off a very impressive win against Akras, who was coming off a five-fight win streak and who hasn't been finished since 2020. Salkilld is very dangerous with good power in his hands, deadly leg kicks, and as well has relentless power. He's just a very good, well-rounded fighter. The only edge I give to Mullarkey here is that in the pocket, he can hold up against him and as well can use his range to maybe get some strikes in. But honestly, I don't see that happening at all. I think this is Salkilld all day. Even the books see it like that at minus 1100. You know, I just, I,
Crazy.
I do believe the fact that this is possibly going to go past round one. I know people are hammering that Salkilld round one, but Mullarkey, he's been through some pretty tough battles. I'm gonna give him some credit here. So I honestly think Salkild's gonna get the finish in round two. So give me Salkilld round two at plus 325, and I like the fight to reach the next round at minus 145. What you got, my bro?
Bet I fuck with that. Yeah, I'm on Salkilld, obviously. Heavy favorite. I can't believe he's minus 1100 though. That's fucking insane. I was expecting like minus four, 500. I'm dead
Nah,
serious. Like
it's
1100.
insane. It's
Wild,
insane.
but yeah, I don't need to make this one too in depth of a breakdown. I think Salkilld finds the kill shot at some point during the fight. So give me Salkilld by knockout minus 130. Obviously, one of my more confident calls being such a heavy favorite, but yeah, Salkilld will handle business here.
All right, man. Straight to it, right?
Yes, sir. Let's get
Let's
it, man.
let's go. All right, on to the next one. We
Got
got
the big boys.
we got Ty. We got the big boys. We got rank 12 Ty Tuivasa going against rank 13 Taliesin Teixeira. All right, bro. The shoey is
No.
due. The shoey is due. I think Tuivasa finally gets back in the win column after going on a five-fight losing streak. Ty is still an entertaining and dangerous opponent, but Taliesin, he did just get finished in his last fight, and I don't think he's fully recovered from that mentally wise. He is massive for the division and as well has powerful striking. But I believe I get the edge to Tai Tuivasa due to experience when it comes to durability, since he's been in also very tough fights with some of the best heavyweights in the game. I know he's been training. I've been looking at some of his videos. He has been training hard for this fight, and who would not love a shoey in his home country? I mean, think about it. If Tai Tuivasa gets that win, that crowd is going to go.
Oh, facts.
They're gonna go berserk, and I
100%.
think that'll look great for the UFC. They're not losing no money. They got that Paramount deal, so they could take the L on the books and everything. So, hey, I think the shoey returns. Give me Tai Tuivasa, the underdog, at money line plus 240. Get back in the win column, and by KO at plus 350. Let's get it.
Damn, my man's rocking with old fat boy Tuivasa. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
We all love Tai Tuivasa, but if this was Tai Tuivasa, you're good. If this is Tai Tuivasa of like 4 or 5 years ago, then yeah. But honestly, you made some good points. But like all that shit, you can throw it out the window. His fat ass ain't been locked in years, bro. And I think Tyson Teixeira, he's gonna use his 25-foot reach. He has such a long reach, bro. I just think for real, he's just gonna bink bink, maybe a body kick or something. I think within the first minute, he's gonna put Tuivasa away. And I'm not saying this like I think Teixeira is some like world beater. He's gonna win the title, but dude, he's got the attributes to go out there and just destroy a guy like Tuivasa that I don't think is gonna be able to even reach him. So I like violence in this spot. I don't think this goes past round two. I honestly don't think it goes past round one. But give me Teixeira by knockout, rounds 1 or 2 minus 140. Let's go. Someone's getting slept for sure.
All right. D. Will does not believe in the return of the shoey.
And
All right.
my bad. I was kind of like paused for a little bit during that for a second just because my camera was lagging out. So sorry about that.
No,
In
it's
case
okay.
anyone. All right,
Not a big deal at all. All right.
let's get it, man.
We got rank 9, Rafael Viziev going against your favorite fighter. I know one of your favorite fighters for real. Rank
Don't piss me
14.
off.
What do you mean? That's one of your favorite fighters, isn't it?
I know, but I'm saying for this pick, don't piss me
Oh,
off.
you're gonna be pissed. All right, rank 14, Mauricio Ruffy. All right, this is a very interesting matchup. Both have clear different styles when it comes to fighting. Fiziev is more of a Muay Thai fighter, but Ruffy as well is more of a kickboxer slash boxer. And he does have karate in there as well too. Very good karate. Ruby does keep his lead leg open at many times, where I think VCF is going to take advantage of that because VCF does have very, very good leg kicks. Just because of that situation alone, I'm gonna get the advantage to VCF. I think honestly, he's gonna break him down. He's gonna break him down, bro, and your boy's gonna catch another L, back-to-back losses. I know he is not part of the Fighting Nerds no more, but I think VCF's gonna get right in this one. Rufy is a slick striker and he has power, but as long as VCF closes the distance, I think he's not gonna get caught by Rufy in this situation. The books do think that fight's gonna go to decision, and I think when you have a fight that's gonna go to decision with Mauricio Rufy, it's not gonna look too good. Mauricio Rufy has to get the finish in this fight, and honestly, it's not looking like that against VCF because VCF is not easy to put out. So give me the underdog Fiziev at plus 100 and by decision at plus 180. Sorry, my bro.
I've never been more pissed. Thank you, Drop Zone. Yeah, you already know who I'm taking in this one, man. I'm rocking with my guy Ruffy. You do make a good this is a biased pick too. You make a good point about like Ruffy going to decision. Like, okay, like he's gonna have to really land some power shots, and if you're not putting someone away, like a guy like Fiziev, if he's gonna hang in there, we've seen Fiziev can win decisions. So it's like I get your point in that, but I think Ruffy's going to be able to keep the distance. He's got a 4 inch reach advantage. I think he can use the counter shots, land heavy counter shots. He's got to watch out for the leg kicks. He's got to watch out for the grappling. I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I am very nervous about this fight because I want to see Ruffy do well, but I don't give a fuck. I'm rocking with Ruffy. Y'all were late to the party. I got him at dog money before the line flipped. I got him at minus 106 money line, but I do like him to win by decision. I do have a hard time seeing him knocking out Fiziev, but I got to rock with my guy. I'm not mad at the Fiziev backers. I like Fiziev too. I can see their argument, but it's Ruffy all day, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. I can't wait to see your reaction on that one, bro. But hey,
Facts.
you
Can't
might be
wait.
right. All right, we have made it to the co-main event. We are
Let's
almost done,
go.
guys. All right, we got an absolute banger in this one. This one is looking for sure to be potential fight of the night. We got rank 6 Dan Hooker going against rank 8 Benoit Saint Denis. An absolute banger. Both fighters are savages and love to get beat up and as well give beatdowns. In this one, it's a no. I think as well. It's a no-brainer, man. He's getting back on top. He's looking good again. Give me Benoit Saint Denis just because of his nonstop pressure, and you rarely ever see him on his back foot. He is always trying to control the pace of the fight. What scares me though is that Hooker is always a dog in a fight, always, and he has very very good takedown defense. Before he fought Arman Sarukian, he was at a 77% takedown defense ranking. So hey, he could get Benoit Saint some problems, but BST is always all gas, no brakes, and since both of these guys are savages. I honestly think people are sleeping on this play, but I think this fight goes long. Every single time people think that Dan Hooker's gonna get finished, he doesn't. I mean, he's a dog in a fight. I think the takedown defense is gonna give some problems. So I really, really love the play on this one. I like the fight to reach round 3 at plus 100 and BSD round 3 or decision at plus 170. What you got, my bro?
Let's go. Yeah, I'm a BSD hater just because of what he did to my guy Ruffy, but I'm on BSD in this spot too. I don't really need to say too much more. It was a good breakdown. Like I think BSD can get the takedowns. I don't think it'll be necessarily easy at first, but I think he will eventually get the takedowns. And I think once he gets him on the ground, I think Dan Hooker loves to get submitted or submission losses. I think BSD will lock up a sub. I do like it to happen in rounds 2 or 3. Like if Armin couldn't sub him until round 2, then I don't think BSD is going to get a first round sub over him. So
Jeez.
I like BSD rounds 2 or 3 sub in this one. So we're on the same side.
The dogs
Oh
are
shit!
barking. The dogs are barking in the next one.
Oh,
All right,
dogs are
bro.
barking.
All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm not mad at it. Let's go. We're on the same pick for this one.
Yep.
All right. It's time for the main event of the night. It is the rematch between the
Let's
champion
go.
Alexander Volkanovski going against Diego Lopes, rank 2. All right. Once again, this is the rematch. I know people were not happy about this matchup because of the fact that Diego Lopes is immediately getting a rematch when there should have been two fighters that should have got the title shot before him, which I believe should have been undefeated 19-0 Mostafar Ivalov, and as well undefeated 17-0 Lerone Murphy. I guess the reason why UFC didn't pick them is because of the fact that it's just the Paramount deal is new. They want to bet more of a banger fight, and those fighters are very slow paced and can produce some not the most entertaining. So I guess that's the reason why they're giving Diego Lopes the title shot instead. But it is what it is, and we're going to work with what we got. Volk and Lopez first fight was very, very close. Lopez felt the pressure from Volk, and Volk almost was finished in that fight as well too. My heart is telling me Lopez, but my brain is telling me Volk. I personally won't have any parlays on this fight because of how close it's gonna be. I don't want to make a parlay and then it's on the last leg and then it loses. I'd rather just keep it safe with the plays. I feel more confident in the early fights. So yeah, I'm personally not gonna put this fight on parlays, but I will be betting it singly wise. I'm going to go with the underdog in this one. I'm going to go Lopez. I think BJJ is lethal and he's a very well-rounded fighter. He is always looking for the finish, which is why I'm going to give him the edge in this one. Volk is one of the best pound for pound fighters in the game, but it is time for some new blood to come up and get that belt. I don't know, man. I just feel like Volkanovski's time is coming up. I know he did rumor retirement in the past, but he did say as well too that he's not looking to retire anytime soon. That he's looking to fight other prospects. I can see why people are taking him to get the win and maybe take the belt and fight another prospect for to get double champ status. But I think it's time for the new blood, bro. Give me Lopez at money line at plus 120 and inside the distance at plus 220. And this hammer spot I absolutely love. If you guys want to throw some extra chicken on it, is Diego Lopez plus 5.5 at minus 175. I know it's a little juiced, but I absolutely love it. I think it's a hammer. If I had a hammer right now, I'll be breaking everything right now because I think it's such a hammer spot. So I do love Lopez at plus 5.5 at minus 175 to keep it extra safe if you want to throw some extra money on it. What you got, my bro?
Let's go, man. Main event time. Yeah, it's hard to bet against Volkanovski. We all love Volk, man, but I think Diego Lopez is going to be able to make the adjustments, and I think it's his time, man. I think he's going to take the belt from Volk. I think age is going to finally catch up to him, and I don't mean that as in like he's going to go out there and not perform. We know what Volk's going to do out there, but I just think it's the young guns' time. I think Diego Lopez is going to go out there and handle business. I like him to get a finish too. Not a super high confidence spot betting wise. We're talking about Volkanovski here, but I think Lopez has the tangibles to get it done in the rematch, man. So as a prediction, I'm going to take Diego Lopez money line plus 118. Let's
Let's
go.
go. We're on the same underdog pick for the main event. Let's go. Let's go. I love that. I love that. Pimblett might have failed us in the last main event, but this one, we're bouncing
Yeah,
back with a nice underdog pick. Let's go. All right,
facts.
guys. It is time for our favorite segment of the video. It is time for D Will's YouTube parlay. Let's go, D Will. What you got for the people, man? Because I know they're waiting. We didn't make it. We lost on the last leg on the last one, so we're expecting a winner on this one. What you got, bro?
Let's go, man. Yeah. Last week we took our first L. It happens. You know, these are parlays. So we're 2 for 3 right now. And we went 2 for 3 on the parlay. All we needed was Patty Pimlet to get the finish to cash. He couldn't come through for us,
Oh, that
but
was
it's all
tough.
good.
That was
It's
tough.
all good. I got another 3-legger for y'all on DraftKings. Plus 292. So right around the plus 300 range. I know it's a little on the low side, but this is what I got for y'all. We take in as the first leg. We're going to go with Billy Elekana inside the distance. I know Drop Zone in his breakdown had round 3 or decision, so let's hope it's a round 3 finish. But I do think he's got 3 rounds to work with the guy in Tafa that has no grappling. Go out there and get that submission. So Billy Elekana inside the distance. Next leg is the under 1.5 in the Tuivasa Taliesin Teixeira fight. I think that's free money. Plenty of opportunities for both guys to get a finish within 7.5 minutes. And the last leg to bring it home, Drop Zone's favorite pick of the night, Diego Lopez plus 5.5, plus 292, 3 legs. Let's cash this shit. Let's get back in the win column. Also, if you don't have DraftKings, I think a good replacement leg. If you can't take Diego Lopez plus 5.5, you can put Cam Rowston inside the distance against Cody
Love it.
Brundage.
Love
But we're
it.
gonna rock with it. 3-legger. One more time for y'all. Billy Elekana inside the distance, under 1.5 rounds in the Tuivasa fight, and Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez plus 5.5, plus 292. Let's go, Drop Zone. Let's get back in the win column.
Let's go. I absolutely love it, and I love the Rowston pick just in case you can't get that
Yeah.
plus 5.5 spread on Diego Lopez. All right, guys, that is it for our video. I think we made some good picks. I think we're gonna come out winning in this spot, man. I have a good feeling about this one. But that's what
Yes,
we
sir.
do. That's what we do here in the cash zone. We give out the winners, and when it comes to those parlays and giving out those picks, we always do pretty well. Let's get it, D. Will. Any last thoughts?
Nope, no last comments from me. Let's bounce back with the bets, keep the predictions hot, and let's get this money, man. Appreciate you having me again, Drop Zone, man. Let's get it, bro.
Let's go. Hey, just letting you guys know, if you guys can, please make sure to like and subscribe this video. That's all we ask. We do this all for free.
Yes.
Make sure to check out our social medias to get our official picks, just in case we change 1 or 2 fights. We post everything on Instagram. We post everything on the story, and as well on Twitter, we post everything on the timeline. So make sure to give us a follow there, or if you need any questions, shoot us a DM. We're always about helping the people out and making you guys some money. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's make some money for UFC 325. Drop Zone and D Will out.
Peace.